If you've been wondering what Aggie's been up to the last few months, stay tuned. Hey, all you Splinterheads, welcome back. Bronze Dragon here saying thanks for dropping by. Well, I was working on a completely different video when a ping came through on Discord, and I had to drop everything I was doing to go ahead and cover this because I've wondered what Aggie's been doing this last several months because we haven't really heard from him. And as I've talked about in other videos, I was really interested in what he was going to do with the other part of the company, Invennium, which I had expressed. I really feel that part of the company, I have nothing against Splinterlands. I love playing Splinterlands, but I feel that part of the company has a great upside potential. Okay, so what are we talking about? Okay, so just in a nutshell, before we get to the news that was just dropped, which I wanted to get out quickly, in a nutshell, it is a PaaS, or a platform as a service. We're going to jump over to the Invennium website, which you may have seen, but this is what they formed to cover the platform as a service that they're offering, right? So other than the other games that fall under this, companies, or if you wanted to create a Web3 game or something else, you could go ahead and use their platform, which is already established, and cut a lot of work out of your job. Of course, you would have to pay for it, and you would pay them, and that's where they get their some of their profit off of. But it would allow you to cut a lot of that out because they've already done the work for you, right? So anyway, that's what it is, and I will leave links in the show notes if you want to go check this out. But basically, they're opening part of their company up at the platform, and we've talked about this before, but not really in depth. So that's where this discussion comes in because, and we know, to go off on another tangent, we know that GLS, the sports games, also fall under this. So this is something that Aggie just dropped. Okay, so let's run through it. It's not too long, and it gives a little bit of news for another upcoming game. So earlier today, I shared some news on Discord. Splinterlands formed a subsidiary called Invennium, which we just talked about. Invennium runs Genesis League Sports and the Goals game in partnership with MLSPA and designed for sports games. We're releasing an arcade platform called Arcade Colony. So that's the first piece of news. They're releasing a platform within a platform, right? A platform within a platform specifically for games, Web3 type games, right? Okay, so that's the first piece of news. The second piece of news is on top of the Arcade Colony platform, we'll be releasing our first game called Moon Carts. It's a Web3 kart racing game, okay? And furthermore, Moon Cart's first pack is called Alpha Centauri. Pre-sale should start in late February. Only 50K packs available in the pre-sale and only 500K total. Okay, packs will cost $5 and half will go to the DAO. So very much like what we're doing with packs on the Splinterlands side, or exactly like, right? Half and half. Highest spenders can help design kart drivers the airdrop as it sells out. So what this also tells me is that this is going to be a card game, obviously. Who knows what else is entailed. I do like racing games. I've never really played a card-based racing game. So we'll see how that goes as more information comes out. Additionally, starting balances on the new gaming platform Arcade Colony will depend on how much GLX and GLUSD you're staking on GLS. You can stake it in game on the GLS platform or on Tribal Decks in the liquidity pool, diesel pools. And for those of us who have been around for a while and have just basically came along and staked our GLX and just rolled it all together, and it's basically just sitting there at this point. Here's something else it'll be used for. What the details are, I'm sure they'll come out as they make them up and iron everything out. More details will be around with formal announcements next week, and we'll be hosting a live town hall and Moon Carts demonstration on Friday in the Genesis League Sports Discord. And then he gives a link to the Genesis League Sports Discord to join that server. And then he finishes up by saying, bottom line, if you like video games generally and kart racing specifically, then it's your best interest to get a jump start and stake some GLX and purchase some GLUSD. Okay, so he's creating some FOMO here. He's released information, their first game, well, not first game, the soccer game, football game is the first game, right? This will be the second game, a kart racing game, so it should be interesting. So I'll leave the appropriate links in the show notes. Should you jump out and go ahead and buy some and stake? Who knows? I mean, if you like racing games, maybe. I like racing games in general. I don't know about kart racing games necessarily. I like more like Forza type racing games, but we'll see. Sounds interesting, and I'm glad to hear that they've got what he's got in the works. So with that said, this has been Bronze Dragon bringing you more of a news flash type item, and I hope everyone on your side is happy and healthy, and I will see you on the flip side.